Hey people, um, welcome back for another short video. Yeah man, like I've been wanting to get this video out to you for days and days now. I've been trying to get this video out, except it took me like a week to 10 days. I don't know if it was that long, but it took me several days, close to over a week of working on this, and man, it just was. It's what this is here is this is the title screen, CoCo Ultimate title screen. So that's the name of the role playing game that I'm working on. Is CoCo Ultimate. So I had to make a professional looking title screen for the video game, and it's about 90% done. So I'm gonna run it and let you see what it looks like. And normally I wouldn't talk during a title screen demonstration. It would just be without commentary. But I wanted to say hi to you guys. Haven't made a video in a while. I've been away from you people for you guys for a while. Um, so I just wanted to make a few comments as well as run the clip. And so what I'm trying to do is, well, let me tell you, this was one heck of a process. Um, if you ask me, this is pretty close. This is going to be a professional looking title screen. Um, I want it to be a game that runs on a professional level. So, it warrants a good title screen, which is the hallmark for any, good video game. I mean, the ones that I used to play on the Nintendo NES, the original Nintendo, always had title screens, and in the computer games that I grew up on also had these kinds of title screens. It's very important that you have a professional looking title screen. I'm going to add music. Um, Let me show you what it looks like so far. I've been talking for 3 minutes now. A lot of people probably don't like that. Some people probably do. So I try to make everybody happy. Let me run this, and when you start my game, this is what you're going to be prompted with. And let me tell you, it was quite a process. Geez, man, I had to redo it 100 times. There's just p copy problems, and page like assigning pages, and oh man, just figuring out what colors to use and how to get this whole thing to work. And here, let me run this, and then I'll keep talking. Let me run this. So pretend you just booted this game up and you're running it. And the other thing is, remember the games that were self-executable, where you just basically popped the disk in and it ran itself? I think I remember those. Others you would have to load and run, but it was nice. I remember those days when you could just pop a disk in and it would load. It would load itself. I think, guys, I don't know. I can't really remember if we had games like that where you just pop the disk in and it would load off the disk without doing anything. It depends on what computer you were using. If you were in DOS or if you were using a Commodore. It really depended, but they pretend we just pop the disk in and it's self-loadable. I don't know if there's a way to make it self-loadable, but we have to boot our disk somehow. Pretend we just did that, and now we're running it. So it's loading up, and this is the title screen, guys. See the animation up there with the CoCo? It's being written in cursive, nice and slow like that. Okay, and then you have the Ultimate down there, and the sword down here, and the spell book. And as soon as it's finished drawing the CoCo in cursive, we have fire down here below the sword. So that's everything. We have the, it's called CoCo Ultimate or just Ultimate after Ultima. And we have this nice lettering here. I have to push some of these letters over a little bit because there's not enough space. For this last one, I had to scrunch that in there. Got to move the letters over just a little bit. Space this a little better. This U right here needs to be, the corners need to be chopped off. It needs to be rounded right there. But I didn't have time. Just today, I finished up the sword. If you notice, I put jewels in the sword. There's one in the handle, at the bottom of the handle. Then you have the handle and this part of the sword here, which is decorated with jewels. We have the sword. So I just finished detailing the sword today. I did letters M, T, and E today, and this O right here. So I did the sword and the M. Then I went back and I just got finished with this here in the TE. And that's it. So we have a spell book up here. It says spells. I feel like you can just open that book up and start reading it, looking up spells to cast to kill the bad guys and stuff, the monsters. And we have this fire going under here, and you can see the sword isn't moving, but the fire moves. I could add a few more little tiny little flames here, but this is like 90% done. The only thing that I'm going to change is, like I just said, I have to fine tune the lettering a little bit, and I'm also going to put music. Music, guys, is a huge part of any title screen. If you don't have music on your title screen, you might as well just forget it. I mean, you got to have it. These games always had music in the title screen, so I have a song that I'm going to put in here. I don't know how well it's going to fit in, but I'll update that on my next video, and I'll have the lettering fixed a little here, spaced out a little better, and the U, and then what's going to happen is as soon as the starting drink, excuse me, as soon as it's been a long day, and pretty tired, so as soon as it's done writing this in cursive and the flames start moving, that's when the music's going to start, I think. And then it's going to say right here, or maybe not, maybe not, press fire to begin, or yeah, press fire to start, press fire to begin, and you'll hit the joystick button and you'll go into the game, which is on my previous video, and I didn't get very far in that because it took me a good week to figure out how to differentiate cursor positions, and so now I have to start working on the main game screen, come up with some characters, and figure out how this whole thing is going to go together. But I think this is going to be probably one of the best ones I've done so far. It's a bit different than the other ones. This is more like a Dungeons and Dragons type game, but you'll see how it'll shape up if you keep following these videos. And I basically want it to look like a cross between Ultima 5, Warriors of Destiny and Ultima Exodus on the NES, a cross between the DOS version of Ultima 5 and the NES version of Ultima Exodus, which was just called Ultima. So you'll have a map screen or whatever where you walk around and have your encounters with enemies and objects and whatever, and then you'll have a fight, a separate fight screen, which will probably be a smaller box where you'll fight, and you can't escape that box till you either defeat the enemies or you're defeated. And then you go back into the map screen, and I don't know how many people have ever played Ultima on the NES, but that's what it's going to be like that. And I think the DOS Warriors of Destiny did the same thing. You go into a fight box, a fight screen, and then you leave the fight screen and go back to the map screen. So this is it. I'm gonna plug that song in tomorrow, probably. Try to fix the lettering a little bit, and then let you hear the song. And then I have to start working on the actual game. And I couldn't wait to get this out. I've been wanting to get this out for days, but I've been extremely busy. I was on vacation last week, but today is the last day of my vacation. I was on vacation for a week, and I worked on it, but I wanted to relax too and do other things, so I basically finished this weekend, these past 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, this past weekend. Well, whatever. So that's it, and yeah, so that's the conclusion to this, and I hope everybody likes this. This sword is after a Viking sword, an old Viking sword, picture of a Viking sword that I found on the internet. And to tell you the truth, I really didn't think I'd be able to do this level of detail, especially here. Oh man, and these letters were not easy. These 3 letters here, the M and the A and the E. I did the M and the E today. And this up here, I'll run it one more time so you can see. Up here, when it writes CoCo at the top, it's using data lines in a P set, and it's reading the data lines and then P setting them. And there's, hundreds of numbers for these letters. I think there's 184 numbers. There's 92 sets of numbers. This takes 22 sets of numbers for the C's. Each C is 22 sets of numbers, and each O is 24 sets of numbers. This is probably the hardest part. I had to draw this out on a piece of graph paper and plot every single pixel. It was just the worst part. But I got the effect, and the other thing that was a pain in the ass was figuring out how to get this fire down here to move back and forth and have the sword stay in place. It was blinking, it was flipping up here, it wasn't going to the right page, and what I ended up having to do is draw the sword first on page 2, copy it to 4, copy that to 6, use 4 to 6, use page 7 to draw 2 different fires, one in one position, one in the other. Then I got those 2 and pasted them to page 6 one at a time, and then back, and then it's just going through a loop. It's hard to explain. It's 2 to 4, then 4 to 6, then put this 6, then copy 6 to 2, and I do that twice, and it goes through a loop. So because before this was blinking, and oh my god, I'm not the best at P copy, so I struggled like heck, and it just drove me nuts. And now I'm just finally glad I'm done with it, and I don't have to think about this anymore because, damn, it took a lot of work. It took hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work. So this stuff is not easy, guys. Hopefully, my channel is a little bit of an inspiration for somebody who's not quite at this level yet to get to this level. And I didn't get here by myself either. A lot of you guys helped me. Without your help, I never could have gotten to this point. As far as the artwork goes, um, I'm good with this. But the P copy and all of that stuff, I never would have figured that out without your guys' help. So another thanks for that, and everything else that you guys helped me out with. There was plenty of other things, I'm sure, but so that's that, and I'm just going to take off for now. Hopefully I get some comments down at the bottom, and I will talk to you guys in a couple more days after I tweak this a little bit, hopefully tomorrow, and then I can get started working on the game itself. I don't know what direction to go in because I have three things going on right now. I have Tales of Suburbia that I was transitioning P copy. I have Ghost Saga, which has just been sitting there. So I don't know if I should. I think I'm just gonna. I don't know. Whatever I feel like when I wake up in the morning, I guess that's what I'll do. But I'm gonna finish this before I move on to any more work with the actual games. So, alright, that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care. As usual, goodbye.